Rich in giant animals, brilliantly colored birds, and all forms of water, think falls, streams, and the world's second largest dam, Paraguay's best destinations include many of its national parks, and a few cities to boot. Learn about the War of the Triple Alliance in Parque Nacional Ferocoro, and journey with pilgrims to the Basilica at Asuncion. Haggle over electronics in Ciudad del Este, or cross Friendship Bridge to see Iguazu Falls. Stay in the Gran Chacos Philadelphia for an introduction to the Mennonite culture, or share Villarica's lakefront with fruit-hungry capybaras. Eat dinner in one of the oldest cities on the continent, wander through Jesuit ruins, and marvel at impossibly large lily pads. Here are the top 15 attractions of Paraguay. Number 1. City of Asuncion. The settlement is the capital of the Republic. It is characterized as large and varied, with a bustling life around the clock. This landmark of Paraguay surprises at every turn. The wide avenues of the city have a large number of rich colonial mansions. Fountains murmur in the beautiful gardens, and every square is decorated with some monument. A peculiarity of the capital is that on its territory of the fashionable neighborhoods adjacent to the poor. Excursions in Paraguay, namely in Asuncion, held mainly in the old quarters, picturesque promenade, government buildings. Number 2. Eachipoo Dam. This dam is the largest source of electricity in the entire world, located between Paraguay and Brazil. At one time they were at enmity with each other, but had to reconcile, because the hydroelectric plant is clearly on the border between these countries. During construction, it was decided to change the direction of one of the greatest rivers in America, and it all began in 1979. The first hydroelectric generator was launched in early May 1984. Not so long ago, in 2009, there was a serious accident at the hydroelectric power plant. Some power lines were damaged. Number 3. The ruins of Jesuit missions of Jesus. This landmark in Paraguay represents the remains of 8 large Jesuit missions. Their construction dates back to the 17th and 18th century. Back then, they were miniature city-states, created to integrate the indigenous population into the Christian faith. The missions can be deservedly ranked among the most impressive creations of the religious type. The presence of their remnants testifies to the historical richness of the Republic. Number 4. National Pantheon of Heroes. The Paraguayan landmark in question is an architectural gem of the described area. It is a kind of symbol of the heroic history of the Republic, and it is presented in the form of a memorial dedicated to those who died during the bloody wars of independence. The National Pantheon of Heroes is not just one of the best attractions, but one of the most memorable and especially revered places in Paraguay. At the entrance are 2 bronze figures in the form of soldiers, and inside is a sarcophagus whose surface is covered by the national flag. Number 5. Botanical and Zoological Gardens. Their creation dates back to 1914. The founder of one of the main attractions was a German scientist, a doctor named Carlos Friebig. At first there were not many animals, but after being presented as a gift to the zoo from private individuals, the collection increased significantly. This place is among the things you can see in Paraguay in one day, and if you have the opportunity, you should definitely do it. The gardens cover an area of just over 110 hectares of natural forest. Number 6. Ferocoro National Park. Do you want to take unique photos against a unique backdrop? Then come to the national park, which is deservedly considered one of the most picturesque, spectacular, and unusual places. The park is located in eastern Paraguay. In fact, it is one of the largest conservation areas near the Brazilian border territory. It is known not only for its natural beauty, it also has an interesting historical significant past. It was on the territory of this landmark of Paraguay that the events of the final battle of the Triple Alliance War unfolded. Number 7. Asuncion Cathedral. It is deservedly considered one of the oldest buildings, and at the same time the main attraction of the capital. Guides in Paraguay often invite visitors to the country to see the cathedral, construction of which began in 1561. The order concerning the erection of a new building was given by King Philip II of Spain. Previously there was a temple on that site, which burned down during a great fire. Number 8. Lopez Palace. Not sure where to go in Paraguay? Head to the government building that houses the residence of the President of the Republic. The order to begin construction in 1867 was given by Carlos Antonio Lopez, which may explain the origin of the name of the palace. It is recognized as one of the most symbolic buildings in the territory of the state. The described landmark of Paraguay is visible from afar because of the snow-white facade, and it is made in the neoclassical style and decorated with additional elements of Palladianism. Number 9. The Chaco Plains. There are 20% plains in Paraguay, the height of which depends directly on the location. As for the name, we can say the following about it. The word gran means big, and Chaco is a type of collective hunting among the Indians. In ancient times this plain was a disputed territory. It was finally redistributed in 2009. Traveling there is interesting because the plains are quite rich in wildlife. The area is home to tapirs, cougars, marsh deer, jaguars, nutria, and many other wildlife. Number 10. National University of Asuncion. Where to go in Paraguay? Those wishing to see, with their own eyes, the oldest public educational institution, founded in 1889, can make their way to the National University of the capital. Its alumni are many important political figures. When the university first began, there were only a few departments in operation. These were law, mathematics, medicine, pharmacy and midwifery, and clerical school. Number 11. Independence House. The colonial-style house is located in the capital of the Republic. It was there, in 1811, that a group of conspirators signed the Declaration of Independence of the Republic from the metropolis of Spain. This explains the origin of the name of the house, and built it a Spaniard Antonio for his family. It was his children who were members of the group responsible for the coup d'état. In 1943 the house was purchased by the government, and about 20 years later it was declared a National Historic Property. Number 12. Munday Falls. It is located in a national park, in the Presidente Franco area, characterized by rich flora and fauna. The total area is 4 hectares, reaches a height of 45 meters, and a width of 120 meters. The average temperature of the water is kept at plus 21 degrees Celsius. It is among the main attractions, because it is incredibly beautiful. Number 13. Village of Makkah. Of all the sites in Paraguay, this one is one of the most interesting. Its uniqueness lies in the complete preservation of the primitive communal way of life. Not sure what to visit in Paraguay to get acquainted with the life of different segments of the population, the life of the Indians, then you must go to the village of Makkah. You can get there by bus. Number 14. Lake Bakari. Considered a large, shallow lake, and located in the southeastern part of the country, it extends about 24 kilometers from the north side, and 6 kilometers from the west to the east. It is quite a popular vacation spot, not only for locals, but also for visitors to the country, but at the same time the lake is considered the most polluted. Number 15. Cathedral of the Blessed Virgin. The Catholic Church, which is located in the city of Asuncion, is the center of pilgrimage for local Catholics. At one time, it was given the status of a minor basilica, as well as a national park. Thanks for watching, please subscribe.